Hello and welcome once again to a StarCraft replay by myself, Jim Raynor. This is a 1v1 on the ladder. We're both gold players. I'm a Terran, he's a Protoss. His name is Platinum Bird. Now, this is my Smurf account, and I use this for experimental builds. What I was really counting on is I wanted to do a couple of TVZs, and you roll the dice and you get what you get. So I wasn't really wanting to play against Protoss, but what the hey. My Smurf account is about gold 20, and my primary account is about gold 6 right now. And I'm surprised by how significant the skill level difference is between the two. You know, it's only a few digits, but I'm really amazed, in my experience, how much harder it is to be a higher gold player. So I feel a little guilty about this, but I am doing an experimental build where I want a fast ghost. My typical build against Protoss is a fast expand into 4 racks, spam marines, bunker up, wait for his 4 gate, get a third if I can hold it off, tech up to MMM, and then just move out and hope that he doesn't have a significant amount of Colossus. If he does, I'm done. Because I like the medevacs first, so I can heal my stuff up, and then second, I want the my second priority is to get the Vikings in the air, and if I don't get them out quick enough, I'm screwed. But I thought, why don't I do 2 racks into Ghost for those wonderful EMPs. So I queue up my first SCV after the first depot is done. He's not on the top left, so he's going to be on the top right. And I'm going to already begin queuing my ring around the rosy. And I want to stay in his base as long as possible. And this is new for me. I usually just go in and out. Get my SCV either on the tower or put him back to work. But I thought, why don't I do what the pros do and just keep him in there as long as I can. That will delay him from doing anything sneaky. And I'll obviously be able to scout if he expands, which I did. So he's doing a fast expand, so I thought maybe I should do a 3 racks, just go in and kill him. But I thought, no, this is my experimental build. See here, I can lay down 3 racks, but then I decided, no, let's go for the factory next and Ghost Academy after that. Research stem first. Takes so long to do it, and I want to time it so that my assault up his ramp, I have stem ready to go. So a tech add-on for 1 racks, then I'll put a reactor on the other. Only going to get 1 gas at this point. He obviously saw my tech add-on, and he probably saw my Marauder because I killed him with it. And if I were him, I would be very leery. I'll go to everything cam. I'd be very leery about, you know, this fast expand, and he should have put a couple of cannons up because he doesn't have an army to speak of. He's got 1 gateway, and just getting his cyber core up, he's going to want to research that, not hallucination, the warp gate as soon as possible. At 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes, 6 minutes, that's when your warp gate should be just about done. And he hasn't even started it yet, so he should have canned it up. He had the money. I don't know why he didn't do it. Again, you know, the skill level of players between what I'm used to in my main account and this one is pretty significant. Okay, just now getting my second gas. My next thing is to get a factory. I don't want to sacrifice production from my structures. Stem is just about done, so it's time to move out. Probably should have been out in the field sooner, so that as soon as that's done, I'm pushing up stimming. But whatever. He's got it. He's got a sentry, but he's vulnerable right there. I don't know the range of a sentry, but I think it'd have been better to put him up on the high ground or somewhere a little bit further away. That way he can just drop those guys down, and I mean, I think one force field might have held this off. Nice little choke he's making. Just for insurance, I grabbed a few SCVs because I figured he's probably going to go sentry heavy. Any good player would. Up I go. I A move, and there's no army there, so I just start hitting his structures. Now look at his micro. He's dancing. He's dancing. He's not fighting. Those guys are just kind of running around doing nothing. I think the problem is, since Protoss players are not used to the rally point, because they can warp things in, that might have been his downfall. But that doesn't explain why his micro was bad with the Zealots. So, okay, he gets his first force field down, but I already have SCVs up there. I could have shot his probes. The AI on my guy was kind of confused, so I just I just let him shoot whatever they wanted to shoot. I knew that I was going to get his Nexus, so I knew the game was pretty much in the bag. When you see those probes, it's desperation mode, so it's really just a matter of almost aim moving. I did a little bit of micro, a little bit of stutter step. Doesn't make that great of a difference if you don't have concussive shells, obviously, but it's better than just aim moving into his Zealots. So he's in sorry shape. Makes a cannon here. Probably should have put it there. Whatever. He GG's. But he doesn't leave the game. You can consider that BM. Some do. Personally, I think he thought he had a prayer. I wasn't rallying in all my guys. A lot of them, the rally point was broken, so they were just gonna cluster in my main. So he's thinking I'm all in. Probably, he saw the SCVs. He sees my forces getting smaller. He probably thought, well, maybe there's a chance. So can't fault him for that. But at the same time, my thinking is, well, if he's not going to leave the game, and I know I got this in the bag, I might as well have some fun. So I drop my guys. Let me go to my camp. I drop my guys there, and I kind of just go back to my base and start, teching, upgrading, macroing, etc., etc., etc. I hear my marauders calling for help, but I do not answer. I'm going to let him die and let my friend think that there's hope left. They're both in the red. They're not going to do anything else. And you're going to die.
Add-on complete.
It's alright. The Factory Scout. Nice little trick you can do is actually get high ground vision with your factory, allowing you to see your enemy before you press up the ramp. Gosh, I should have thought of that sooner. Just for giggles, I'm getting a nuke, and I'm getting cloak. I don't have any immediate plans to use the cloak, but what the hey. It's an available technology, I've got the money. Let's do it. You can have so much fun with ghosts. You can hide them, drop them, cloak them, drop in there, EMP, nuke, snipe. Good unit. Low DPS. But, again, this was one of those builds where I really wanted to experiment with ghosts early on. in the early game, a defensive Protoss will load up on sentries and force field the ramp. Sentries don't do a lot of damage, so if you can EMP them out of the equation,
Research
you can
complete.
do much better. So I plop my factory right there. What I want to do is land an EMP under whatever sentries he has, but I don't see any. So why not just eliminate the shields of his zealots? I have enough energy for another EMP, do the rest of the zealots, and he's out of the game. So this was a fun one. I had a nuke, may as well use it. He's out of the game, but I want to use my nuke, man. They're fun. Short little game. His micro was really bad. Mine is okay compared to his. He makes me look good. And he just didn't muster up a good defensive force. He should have had more cannons. He should have had more sentries. He should have been
Upgrade complete.
more ready for my attack than he was. Seeing how, I don't know, if you see that tech add-on, tech lab to the barracks, I'm not making daisies. I'm making guys that can push early.
Upgrade complete.
Look at that, he still doesn't have warp gate technology. Anyway, that's it for now. Hasta la vista. Arrivederci. Adios, amigos.